Well, I'm sitting here on a nice little chair or seat on the Bay Hill, and behind me is the Grand Hotel. I've had a lot to do with the Grand, trying to promote it over the years, and I'm going to go back to the office now, and I'm going to get on this camera, and I'm going to tell you some things about the Grand. So be patient, come with me. Good morning, folks. Ron Bishop's my name, from Timaru, New Zealand, and I'm the General Manager of Timaru Tourist Promotions Limited. It's a company that promotes the Timaru district, and I've been doing it for nearly 30 years now. Ever since Queenstown became a popular tourist resort, I realised that if Timaru was to grow, we needed to attract the tourists that were bypassing Timaru, going through Geraldine down to Queenstown. We needed to get them back, because Timaru was once a real good tourist resort with its Caroline Bay. Now, one of the things that are missing in Timaru is a 5-star hotel and conference centre, and I believed we needed to build one. So this is what I did. I started a company called Photographic Newspapers Limited, and I started publishing newspapers to promote the Timaru district. And these are some of the newspapers I published. Photo News, South Canterbury's photographic newspaper, issue number 1 in November 1983. This was the front page of our first publication. This is the back page here. That's me on the left when I was young and handsome. This is my son Gus, who was the photographer for the newspaper. And this little poem here says this: what am I? I'm a little bit newspaper, I'm a little bit magazine. They call me Photo News, which is something in between. I'm issued free to every household, and my advertisers think I'm great. I travel throughout South Canterbury, bringing good news to every gate. A picture speaks 1,000 words and never tells a lie. Photo News needs your support, so don't you pass me by. So thank you for looking me over. I'll see you when I get back. Together we're going places to put South Canterbury on the map. And then over here we published many photos. I'm going to show you this one. This one here, this is the first colour photograph ever to be distributed into the Timaru district. It was published in Timaru by the Oamaru Mail, and we published the first newspaper. It was sponsored, first colour newspaper. It was sponsored by Dominion Breweries. We did some great things those days with our newspaper. Here's another one, Photo News in 1990. This is Benmore Dam. Once again, all in colour. This is my favourite edition. It's a souvenir edition. And it says, New Look Photo News brings South Canterbury alive in colour. That's the world-famous boxing champion there, Bob Fitzsimmons, which is in Timaru, that statue, and there's the kids all around him. These are some wonderful photos that I took of little children and an old bloke there. That's me kissing a deer. The good newspaper people keep. But this is a special newspaper, and I'll tell you why. Let's turn the page. Over here, Photo News starts tourist hotel appeal in an effort to develop the Grand site in Timaru. And over here on your left you'll see a couple of tins. They were full of money. And there's some books there that I was reading at the time called The Power of Positive Thinking, The Magic of Believing, and The Magic of Thinking Big. All these books I was reading at the time when I developed this publication. And this is the view that you see from the Grand Hotel. These are the properties down below here. We were going to develop the whole of the Bay Hill. Down here, the South Canterbury has world-class golf courses. Here's some people that many will know. Maury Niles, one arm, swinging a club, golf club with one arm. Here's a black book called Ken McGregor. Now, Ken was a real mate of mine, and he finished up marrying, his son married my daughter. And there's the Gleneedy Golf Club. Now, what's significant about this publication? Let's have a look what happened in 1989. This was my last publication of photo news. And the headline says, "What would I do for the people of New Zealand with $100 million? Turn New Zealand into a tourist paradise, starting in Timaru. Travel overseas to market what I believe is the best scenic country in the world. Build the biggest and best hotel in New Zealand on the Hydro Grand and Seaveiw hotel sites in Timaru, and develop all the property around it." So now some people reading this will say I'm a dreamer, and that it would be impossible to ever raise $100 million from the public of New Zealand. They would be right, and yes, a dreamer I am, but this is how I would raise the money. I'd find one person with $100 million. Find two people with $50 million each. Or get everybody to put in a little bit of their own money. And I sent this out to 10,000 copies into 10,000 homes in Timaru. And the money was to be sent to Timaru's care of the Timaru City Council. And guess how much money we got? I'm going to tell you. I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you for free. You're going to have to pay $10 before I put the price up to $20. You have to pay $10 to find out how much money the council got, and find out what they did with the money. Because you see, this dream is still alive. It's not dead yet. We're still going to build the biggest and best hotel on the Hydro Grand site. All we need is a buyer for the hotel. So keep in touch, and I'll keep you informed with how it goes.